gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Heineke. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Sewell Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, here's Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On play action, Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Gibson. And he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught. So they try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers again now. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half here. Heineke flushed out right. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
Get ready, get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 51 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 31 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he stopped immediately there. Preston Smith there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And a nice spin into some open field. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Again, it's Heineke. steps away. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Heineke. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second and goal, Heineke escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. DeAndre Carter there to make the grab. And Washington has taken the lead. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. They'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go again to Jones. Taking it right down Broadway. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a 1-score game.
36.
Second down and goal. Rodgers forced out to his left. Touchdown! That's caught. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Washington. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And here's Lewis. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One final try now for Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.